Victims' families learned the deadly San Marcos fire was not an accident. Following the release of body camera footage, experts and members of the community debate tactics used by SAPD to wrestle a teenager to the ground. And commissioners prepare to okay the second segment of San Pedro Creek Culture Park. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Monday, December 3rd. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. For months, the families of 5 young people killed in a fire at a San Marcos apartment building near Texas State University lived with uncertainty about what caused the blaze, but on Friday learned the fire was intentionally set. Despite the revelation, investigators say they have no solid suspects and no idea what the motive was. Friday, authorities appealed to the public for help with a reward of up to $10,000 for information leading to the identification or arrest of whoever started the fire in July at Iconic Village Apartments. Authorities would not disclose more specifics about where and how the fire was ignited in order to protect the ongoing investigation worked on by both local and federal agencies, with more than 200 leads having been already pursued. The apartments at 222 Ramsey Street in San Marcos were occupied mostly by current and former Texas State University students, and the complex was built in 1970, at a time when San Marcos did not require fire sprinklers in newly constructed buildings. The victims' deaths have not been ruled homicides but are classified as undetermined. However, that may change now that investigators know the fire was deliberate. Tips can be reported by calling 1-888-ATF-TIPS. David Ramirez was listening to music on headphones while walking in the middle of a residential street rather than the sidewalk near the southwest side, when a police car in the neighborhood for an unrelated call for service pulled up behind him and honked once. Within minutes, the 18-year-old and 2 officers were wrangling on the ground, as Ramirez pleaded with them to stop as they tried to pin his arms back and subdue him. Police body camera video of the altercation, obtained recently by the Express News through an open records request, shows how a stop for a seemingly minor infraction can escalate quickly into a physical clash. The struggle lasted about 5 minutes and ended when the 2 officers lifted a handcuffed Ramirez from the ground and one forcefully pushed him on the hood of the patrol car. After that interaction, officers found a small amount of marijuana on Ramirez and arrested him, but the charge was dismissed last year due to insufficient evidence. While SAPD Police Chief William McManus later concluded Officer Arnaldo Sanchez used excessive force and suspended him for 2 days. For others who watched the video, including 2 professors with expertise in officers' use of force, the incident reveals to them the difficult nature of police work and the way officers are trained to handle it. But this wasn't the first time 4-year SAPD veteran Arnaldo Sanchez has been in the public eye. In 2015, he and another officer responded to a call about a family disturbance and ended up using their tasers a total of 9 times on a 33-year-old male, who became unresponsive and was pronounced dead at the scene. The family is currently suing Sanchez and the other officer in civil courts. And this week, the second portion of the San Pedro Creek Culture Park could get commissioner's approval, setting in motion a plan to extend the space to Nueva Street and build a new performance plaza. Tuesday, Bexar County commissioners will decide whether to approve nearly $60 million for the project, 7 months after the first segment opened to much fanfare in May. County Judge Nelson Wolf says about $175 million has been spent on the project thus far as a way to revitalize the western portion of downtown and help control flooding. And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Monday, December 3rd. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.